Just like I'm teaching you how to trade, read price action in a demo, I leave it up to you to have the maturity and the ability to observe that you are ready to take on real risk with money. But I don't ever tell any of my students to do that. You'll know. And you'll know because you're bored. Not because you're bored and you want to get out there and start making money. You're bored because you keep doing the same things all the time and you don't fear missing out. You don't feel like you have to have the win or the positive return at the end. You're just doing what it is that you know you should be doing. You do the same thing when you go to work. When you're driving to work every single day, you're going there, not thinking about, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm really going to try to impress Carl, I'm going to try to get my promotion. You're not doing that. You know what you got to do. You got to get there. You got to do the same old deal with the same old customers, same old expectations, same old quota. You're not in there trying to reinvent the wheel. You're just going there and doing business as normal. And when the clock says it's time to go home, you punch the fuck out and you go home. That's what trading needs to be like. It needs to be just like that. No Carls on social media. No influence from your family or spouse or buddies. You're focused, you're dialed in, you have rules. You absolutely have to have rules. And in the beginning, you have to have lots of rules. And over time, experience will dictate where you can peel certain rules back and say, okay, I can see that was a training wheel. I don't need that anymore. So now I can trade on Mondays. I understand what ICT meant when he said don't trade on Mondays. There's levels to the understanding that's required in this. I understand now that FOMC could have really harmed me because my natural tendency was to get in here and think I knew I was expecting this pattern to form, this doji, some kind of animal pattern was suggested it was going to go higher or lower. And none of that made any fucking sense when the report came out and it just went ballistic. So now I can wait for that to occur and then get the lay of the land. Where's the liquidity? Where's the inefficiency? Who are they going to run on next? You'll understand it because you've been doing it enough. You can't just watch 1 month. You can't just watch one video series and hear me talk like this and say, oh, I got to figure it out now. You don't. It's experience led. You cannot condense this into a book. You can't condense it into a teaching series, a workshop, a mentorship. Mentorships ain't going to teach you this. This is you in the charts. This is you exercising control over yourself. That's the part that's expensive. It's not the time invested in learning and watching my videos or anybody else's shit. The expensive part is you going through that pain and that struggle of trying to adhere to rules that keep yourself disciplined and forge discipline and responsibility. And that's the separating factor in successful continuous profits. If you want to make money, you have to be disciplined. You have to have rules. And I'm giving you a scaling where you can go out of the initial rules. What's normal? Every day I can trade. Every single day I can go out there and trade. Now, would I be a good mentor going out there and telling everybody, you need to get out there and trade every day and expect to be profitable every day? That is some grade A bull. Human nature is what it is. It's easy to convince yourself that you're going to find something profitable. I know I went through that. I know I have students that have gone through that. I've watched other people who've taught and teach and shit, and they have students that can't figure this shit out either. It's because we, as the person, the human being, we're trying to bring something in that's the barrier. That's the big rock in the road. You're bringing it. I brought it to my own trading, and I held on to it thinking it was something I should have treasured. And you got to clear the road of all rocks, every distraction, and you have to have boundaries. You can't go too far to the left. You can't go too far to the right. And you got to stay steady pace. Don't speed ahead. And don't worry about behind you in the rear view mirror, the windshield, what you're looking for. The biggest view is in front of you. And you have to take in all that new information. That's that right side of the chart. But if you're your performance or worrying about how you should have did this and did that, in your last trade, you're in the rear view mirror and you're missing all this other shit in front of you.